Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States of America, serving from 1861 until his assassination in 1865. He is considered one of the greatest American presidents, having led the country through its greatest crisis, the Civil War, and having played a key role in ending slavery in the United States. Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in a log cabin in Hardin County, Kentucky. He was the second child of Thomas Lincoln and Nancy Hanks Lincoln. His family moved to Indiana when he was 7 years old, and there he spent his formative years. Lincoln had little formal education, but he was an avid reader and self-taught in many subjects. He worked various jobs throughout his youth, including as a store clerk, a surveyor, and a postmaster. In 1834, he was elected to the Illinois state legislature, and he later served as a member of the United States House of Representatives from 1847 to 1849. In 1858, Lincoln became a national figure when he ran for the United States Senate against Stephen A. Douglas. In a series of debates, known as the Lincoln-Douglas debates, Lincoln argued against the expansion of slavery into new territories. Although he lost the election, his eloquent speeches during the debates gained him national recognition. In 1860, Lincoln was elected President of the United States as the candidate of the newly formed Republican Party. His election led to the secession of 7 Southern states, which formed the Confederate States of America. Lincoln refused to recognize the Confederacy, and in April 1861, he called for volunteers to put down the rebellion. The ensuing Civil War would last for 4 years and claim the lives of over 600,000 Americans. During the war, Lincoln made a number of significant decisions that helped turn the tide of the conflict. He appointed Ulysses S. Grant as commander of the Union Army, issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared that all slaves in Confederate-held territory were to be freed, and delivered the Gettysburg Address, one of the most famous speeches in American history. On April 9, 1865, General Robert E. Lee surrendered to Grant at Appomattox Courthouse, effectively ending the Civil War. Just 5 days later, on April 14, 1865, Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth while attending a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. Lincoln's legacy has endured long after his death. He is remembered as a great leader who preserved the Union, freed the slaves, and upheld the principles of democracy and equality. His speeches and writings, including the Gettysburg Address and the Second Inaugural Address, continue to inspire people around the world.